Hey friends, this is not a snow day. My now irregular, occasionally irreverent, I think I just stole a line from Daniel Pink, YouTube, in which I try to talk to you, the people who are at home, teachers, parents, people concerned with education, people just trying to live through 2020, and talk a little bit about my experience as a teacher and some of the things that I have been noticing, and maybe some tools that can help you if you're experiencing any of the same things that I'm experiencing. So it's fall here in southeastern Michigan. It's 55 degrees. I'm super excited about it. I look way better in a sweater than I do in shorts. So flannels are out. We had a fun weekend as a family, running around a little bit, socially distanced, masked up, but still taking care of some errands and trying to have some fun along the way. And I was struck on this Sunday evening, kind of a magical time for anyone who's closely aligned with the school calendar, with the juxtaposition of feelings, and the juxtaposition of feelings that's been like the last couple weeks. And here's what I mean by that. I had a great day hanging out with my daughter, my oldest daughter, really, really fun time. And I got home and I was kind of like glowing a little bit, like, man, that was really fun. That was really cool. We had to spend that time and connect. And then, the ton of bricks reality, like, oh my gosh, I got to get ready for a week of distance learning. And I thought to myself, it's not that bad. I mean, we did the emergency learning last year, and now we're doing the distance learning right now. My kids are really kind of killing it. My students we've got a good rhythm. We've got a good flow. They know what to expect. And I was like, yeah, that feels pretty good. And then I was like, oh, but that's right. We're going back. The plans to go back are starting to get rolled out. And I was just noticing this kind of roller coaster of feelings that I'm on. And I'm reminded of some advice that I've read a couple places, I've heard from a couple people, and that is to recognize that you're having feelings and your feelings are valid. So feel those feelings and then remember that they are temporary. Remember that this isn't always how things are going to be. And I think it helps us stay humble and appreciative when things are really good. And I think it helps us stay optimistic when things are not so good. And so if you're having a hard time, I get it. There's lots of reasons for that. And it's okay, because that's just right now. That's not a forever feeling. And if you're doing all right now, that's awesome. Be thankful for that. Be grateful, because who knows when that might swing in a different direction. And so I want to just give you permission to feel that your feelings are valid. And if it's frustration or it's excitement, or if it's feeling like, oh my gosh, teaching is actually kind of good. Am I allowed to feel like it's going okay right now? That's as valid as, oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Because if it's the worst, cool. It's as bad as it's going to get. It can only go up from here. And I don't want to paint this with too rose-colored of glasses or too much like Pandora, looking at everything like it's perfect. This is really, really hard. This is very hard for everyone. It's also a global healthcare issue. So it's not like anyone created it. It's not like this is precedented. This is unprecedented. So there's a lot of reason it doesn't feel good. So just know that what you're feeling is valid, and it's probably going to change. And that brings me to my second point, and that is that we are going through a ton of flux right now in education. Many schools are phasing themselves in. And some schools are taking a step back, and some are going to a new method, and some are realigning. And that can feel really disorienting. And so know that disorientation is a temporary feeling. You will probably get used to it, or things will change again, which is the case in many places. And that's okay, because with that lack of permanence, lets you know that anything you're feeling might get better, because the situation will change. For those of you who are adjusting, I feel like I really want to share with you something that I've discovered this summer, and that is some of the videos that I help make with a company called the Bloom AV Club. And if you're a teacher or you're a parent and you are still distance learning, or if you are moving to a hybrid model from what you were doing, or you're going from a traditional and heading into a virtual, what we found is that these videos have really helped parents, teachers, administrators, and the kids figure out how to do distance learning. Because as much as we focus on schedules and protocols, we haven't really focused on the skills it takes to do distance learning better. And these are available at www.bloomavclub.com. You can jump on that website and check out what we're all about. And also sign up for a demo if you want to know more about it, or just give us your information and we'll talk to you, because we've talked to schools that use this fall and some that rolled it out a little later and really loved it, really thought it was fantastic. And we want to continue to try and share that. And as we go through a period of flux right now, not knowing what the next step is going to be or how we're going to manage it, we want to make sure we're sharing any and all tools that are available. So check that out, Bloom AV Club. Really proud of that project. And just know that whatever you're feeling is not permanent. It is not permanent. Speaking of not permanent, come here. Oh, you guys can hear that there's a puppy wandering around. Figure that puppy content's probably better than me. See, who do we have? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Hey, Flora. It's funny. The first week we had her, waking up super early, needed to go out in the middle of the night, a little frustrating, and now she sleeps through the night. Wasn't permanent. Just part of the steps of growing and learning. And so right now, she's just padding around my office, and pretty soon she'll be a lot bigger and padding around the whole house. It's not permanent. Things change. And as much as we wish we could keep her a puppy forever, pretty excited about being able to sleep in again. And as much as I'm excited my kids are learning better, I know that we might be changing and we'll find a way to make that better as well. So take care. Know that this is ever changing. And if that's disorienting, that's okay too. And that disorientation, like everything else, will pass. Be grateful for the good moments. Thank you so much for watching. Be well. Share this with people who you think need to hear that our feelings are just temporary. It's okay to feel them, just not to get overwhelmed by them. And comment as well with any strategies you might have. And I'd love to see you check out bloomavclub.com for more information on how we can help our kids and ourselves navigate all these impermanent transitions as we try to find a way to get schools back to where they need to be. Thank you so much. Be well.